Got a special midsummer edition of Ag Week Weather on this program, complete with literary references. It has been the long, hot summer, a lot of heat and humidity, although that's typical in July, of course. A lot of stormy nights around. That's also typical, especially in the Great Plains. In the middle of summer, it's a matter of the haves and the have-nots. Some areas still too dry. Some areas have gotten too much rain at times. Going back to mid-April, though, this is the way things look. The U.S. Drought Monitor, the real serious drought in the southwest, spreading out into the southern plains. The winter wheat areas, very dry spring. That situation has improved slightly since that time, but it's still pretty dry. Up here in the northern plains, also the rain situation overall has improved. Soil moisture situation, there are still a few pockets that are just a bit too dry, as there are in the southern plains, although some improvement has been noted. Corn Belt generally favorable to, in some spots, a little bit wet, which is good news because it's going to be hot, or at least above average over most of the United States for the next several weeks. For the rest of summer, in fact, in general, not a lot of cool weather, although I think the most anomalously hot weather overall will be the Pacific Northwest. There will be occasional heat waves elsewhere, that is for certain. And rainfall, summer storms are difficult to predict. Rainfall generally below average the Pacific Northwest and southern plains. Equal chances over most of the northern plains. Probably continued wet over most of the eastern edge of the Corn Belt. That means drought conditions are likely to get worse from southern Iowa down through the winter wheat areas. There's also been talk of El Nino again. What does that mean? Well, the trade winds right now are fairly strong and will likely continue to be, but those areas of warm water are already beginning to show up. So an El Nino season this winter is somewhat likely, but that usually doesn't impact summer or fall weather anyway. It might mean some variations this winter with precip.